Good morning, good morning. How is everyone doing? Doing on this beautiful, my Lord, excuse me. How's everyone doing on this beautiful Friday? I pray all is well. I pray that your morning, should have grabbed me some water, has gotten off to an amazing start. But if not, hit that reset button and simply start all over again. I know we are living in crucial times where people are in an uproar. People don't understand what's going on. People don't know what's happening. But one thing we must remember, that even though you may not have got what you wanted, what you desired, just know God is in control. I know there's things that we all are worried about, concerned about. We're anxious about this. But just know God is in control. This right here is a wake-up call, so that you and I can begin to get our house in order. Sometimes we have too much faith and confidence in the wrong things. And when that thing is shaken, when that thing appears to be threatened, it can cause us to respond in such a way that weeks or months or years later, that when Facebook bring up that memory and you'll see it and you'll be like, did I say that? Did I post that? Did I share that? Was that me? God is in control. No one is saying your fear is not valid. Your concern is not valid. But even in that, God is still in control. Whatever you think you're going to lose, God is in control. Whatever you feel that you no longer have access to, God is in control. Whatever you feel that's going to be stopped, God is in control. Nothing can be done without God's control. But God is going to be God. Because God is trying to get people's attention. God is not concerned about your flesh. God is concerned about your soul. Because I understand people's making preparation to stay here. You got to leave here. And everything you trying to gain, everything that's more important, you're going to leave all that stuff behind. Naked you came in this world, naked you're going out of here. You ain't going to take nothing that you working so hard to keep. It's time to get your house in order. This stuff is going to perish. Do you want to perish along with it? This right here, this election, it showed where people's trust, faith, and confidence was in. That's what it showed. It revealed, it exposed. I don't know about you, but my trust and my faith and my confidence and my life is in God's hand. It didn't make no difference to me who got in. Because no matter who got in, God is still going to be in control. But see, the devil wants you to be so overtaken by that you lose your soul. The devil wants you to be so thrown off with that you lose your soul. Some people wake up every morning, they can't hardly even think. They waking up every morning talking about, did I take my medication? But they've always known when they took their medication. Have I even had a cup of coffee? Now they don't even remember if they had a cup of coffee. Where did I lay my keys? They've always hung the keys up. Now they don't even know where the keys are. This thing has caused an uproar. Hit that reset button. Get back in alignment. Get back in position. Get back to being you. Because ain't nothing gonna happen that's not supposed to happen. God is in control. Thanks to everyone that will hop on, those that will come in the room, and those that will catch the replay. I thank God for you. The title of this word on today is Release the Weight of Worry. Release the weight of worry. And the definition of weight is a quantity or thing weighing a fixed specific amount. The quantity or thing weighing a fixed specific amount. Something that is heavy, it's a load. A heavy object, it's a burden, it's pressure. A lot of people is waking up burdened. A lot of people is waking up under pressure. And we're going to get into that. That's not healthy. Worry is mental distress. It makes you anxious. It makes you forget about if you done had a cup of coffee. It makes you forget about where you laid your keys. It makes you question, did I have my medication? Did I take my medication this morning? Worry. To touch or disturb something repeatedly. Something that you just twirling over and over in your mind. That's worry. It's a strong sense of concern. And it's so strong, that concern is so strong, it's controlling your every move, your every thought, your every being, your every moment, your every second. It's consuming you. The reference scripture is Philippians 4 and 6. Philippians 4 and 6. Do not be anxious or worried about anything, but in everything, every circumstance and situations. There's going to be some circumstances and situations. But he said, don't be anxious or worried about it, because you can't do nothing about it no how. What are you gaining waking up every day frustrated, mad, and bitter? It's not going to change the outcome. By prayer and petition with thanksgiving, go to God and say, you know what, Lord, I don't understand this. I don't know why this went the way it went. I don't know why they picked him and not her. He'll give you clarity if that's what he want to do. Continue to make your specific requests known to God. He waiting for you to come to him. Not social media. Because that's not going to change anything. Even going to him is not going to change nothing, but he'll give you understanding. He'll give you some revelation. And then he's going to continue being God. And it's up to you whether you want to receive it or not. Philippians 4:6. We're not going to understand everything in life. But when you put your full trust and confidence in God, you don't have to wake up every day mad. You don't have to wake up every day frustrated. You don't have to wake up every day looking for a meme to share. You can just wake up and say, God, you in control. And whatever's supposed to happen will happen. But Lord, you help me to be in position. You give me strategies. You show me how to move. You show me which way to go. You show me how to show up. You tell me show me how to show up. That's all you need to do. Philippians 4:6. It is one thing to know that we shouldn't worry, but it is quite another to actually stop worrying. It's a process. It's nothing that's going to happen overnight. It's a process. One of the things that will help you to let go of worry is to realize how utterly useless it is. When you wake up and you worrying about who won the election, and when you lay down and you wake up again, he still won the election. So what did you get out of being mad? What did you get out of being frustrated? What did you get out of making that post? What did you get out of saying what you're saying? Nothing. You realize it was useless. Let me ask you some questions. How many problems have you solved by worrying? I'll give you just a few seconds. There's a question mark. How many problems have you solved? Don't worry about nobody else. How many problems have you solved by worrying? How much time have you spent worrying about things that you never even, how much time have you spent worrying about things that never even happened? Some of us are so worried and so concerned because of what somebody said they was going to do. It ain't even happening and you already losing sleep. Has worry ever added to your peace, joy, or energy? That's a question mark. Has worry ever added to your peace, joy, or energy? Of course not. I'll answer that. Of course not. The instant you begin to worry or feel anxious, remember that it is useless. It's wasted energy. It's wasted time that you and I cannot get back. Because when you get through stress and when you get through worry and when you get through complaining, the verdict is still the verdict. The outcome is still the outcome. And give your concerns to God. Give it to him. Can't nobody change your worry. Can't nobody change your anxiousness. Can't nobody change your concerns. Take it to God. And he may not be able to change it as quick as you want him to. Release the weight of it and totally trust him to either show you what to do or to take care of it himself. If he don't show you what to do, that means he's taking care of it. He's in control of it. He don't want you worrying about it. He don't want you stressing over it. He don't want you having anxiety. He don't want you making posts. He don't want you sharing memes. He wants you to just release it and give it to him. He's in control. It doesn't matter what someone say out of their mouth, what someone say they're going to do. People make all kind of promises and don't keep them. But God is in control how those things actually plans out and when they plan out. Today's thought: entrusting everything to God in prayer is your most powerful weapon to battle worry. Entrusting, you got to trust God. You got to go to him and you have to say, God, this man said he was going to do this. This man said he going to do that. This man said he going to stop this. This man said he going to stop that. This man said. This man said. You minimizing who God is. You're trying to take away God's power because of this man. What this man said. God is in control of everything. Give God your everything. Give God your concern. Give God your worry. Give God your anxiousness. Give God your uterus. Give God your reproduction. Whatever's concerning you, whatever is bothering you, give it to God. Put it in his hand. Cast your cares upon him. See, the things that the world is concerned about, it has nothing to do with your soul. God is concerned about your soul. You and I are going to leave here. You and I are going to have to stand in judgment. And God is not going to ask you about your uterus and your reproduction system. He's going to want to know, what did you do with the life that he gave you? We're worrying and concerning ourselves about the wrong things. God is wanting to know, is your house in order? God is wanting to know, did you choose his son? That's what's going to matter. All of this other stuff is distraction. All of this other stuff, the devil's using to get your focus. But God is trying to get your attention. God is trying to wake you up. God is trying to let you know time is running out. You don't have the time that you think that you have. So the thing that you're worrying about and concerned about, God is saying those things, it's not important right now. It's time to get your house in order. It's time to make your calling and election sure. We're worrying ourselves about the wrong things. So many people are leaving there. And you don't know when your number gonna be called. be like the 5 foolish that showed up and didn't have what was needed to make it in. Because when you stand before him, those things that you was concerned and worried about, those things is not going to matter. He's not even going to ask you about that. He's not even going to question you about that. This is the day. This is the day that the Lord has made. We're supposed to be rejoicing. Why? Because somebody didn't wake up. Some people are so mad and angry about the vote, they probably wishing they didn't wake up. Some people are so mad, they wonder why the assassination didn't go through, why it didn't work. Because God is in control. No matter what you feel about him or what you feel about her, God is in control. It's not that your concerns and your worries is not valid. It's just that in this moment, it's just not that important to God. Because he sees things that we don't see. He knows things that we don't know. I want to read this and I'm going to get out your way. Matthew 6 and 25. Matthew 6 and 25. And it goes along with the title, Release the Weight of Worry. God wants you to release that weight, that worry and that anxiousness. He wants you to release that. Because you can't enjoy the day that he made, that his son went to the cross. Because you're worrying about things that you cannot change. You're stressing over things that you cannot fix. You're worrying about things that you cannot control. And if you're not careful, you'll begin to stir things up in your body. And before you know it, you're laid up in the hospital and you're wondering, what is wrong? I've never experienced this pain. Where did this come from? What's in your heart? What's in your heart? Check your heart. No one can serve two masters. For you will hate one and love the other. You got to make a choice. You will be devoted to one and despise the other. You got to despise the agendas of the enemy. I don't care where the agendas is coming from. Male, female, black, or white. God is not going to go against his word. You will be devoted to one and despise the other. You cannot serve God and be enslaved to money. There's the conflict. There's the problem. That is why I tell you not to worry about everyday life. Stop worrying about what you think you're going to lose. You ain't going to lose nothing that God has said is yours. Can't nobody take away nothing that God has given you. I don't care who they are. Can't nobody stop what God is getting ready to start. So we got to put God back in position. And that's in control. That is why I tell you not to worry about everyday life. Whether you have enough food and drink or enough clothes to wear. Isn't life more than food? and your body more than clothing? He talking about your soul. You're going to leave here. And all of those things that you're worrying about, that you lose and sleep over, you're going to leave that stuff behind. Where's you going to lift your eyes? Are you going to hear depart? Are you going to hear well done, my good and faithful servant? It's about your soul. It's about your soul. God ain't concerned about your flesh. God is saying this thing is wrapping up. Jesus is soon to come. Do you know where you're going to lift your eyes? Do you know where you're going to... You better be trying to find out why you're worrying about all this other stuff. Let me read this and I'm out of here. It is easy to slip back into worrying about tomorrow, dwelling on the what ifs and the if onlys. Each day brings a host of things we cannot change. I know you want to control it. I know you mad about it. I know you want to do something about it. But it's not in your control. There will always be circumstances beyond our control. We must also face the reality of who we are. Human beings confined within the slice of life we call today. It is tempting to deny the present, but escaping reality is part of the insanity of our addictive way of life. Jesus said, can all your worries add a single moment to your life? He's asking you a question. Is it helping you every day that you wake up and you worry? Is that helping? You waking up stressing. God is saying, is it helping you? Don't worry about tomorrow, for tomorrow will bring its own worries. You're worrying about something somebody said they're going to do, and listen, get through today. That tomorrow you stressing about, it may not never come. But you missing out on today. You missing out on rejoicing today. You missing out on being happy today. Today's trouble is enough for today. That's Matthew 6:27-34. The prophet Jeremiah said, the faithful love of the Lord never ends. His mercies never cease. Great is his faithfulness. His mercies begin afresh each morning. Every day God allows you to wake up. Don't wake up mad. Don't wake up bitter. Don't wake up angry. Don't wake up frustrated. Find something to be grateful for. You may say, well, Yolanda, I don't have nothing to be grateful for. You must don't know what just happened. Let God start removing some things that you got, that you're neglecting to be grateful, to be thankful for. Let him start touching those things. Then you will realize you had something to be grateful for. You have something to be thankful for. That's Lamentations 3:22-23. Since God's grace comes in daily doses, that's the best way to face life. Just wake up every day. And you may feel like that you don't have much to be grateful for, much to be thankful for, because you're looking at what your neighbors have, you're looking at what your family have, you're looking at what your friends have, you're measuring that up against what you have, and you may feel like that you don't have enough. Just be grateful and thankful for what you have. We need to ask ourselves at every turn in life, am I accepting this present moment or am I pretending? Trying to escape into the past or the future. Each day there is something to find joy in. And there is strength promised for the troubles of that today. God is going to give you the strength that you need to get through your today. So it's up to us to make a choice and decide on what we want to dwell on, what we want to feed our spirit with. The psalmist wrote, "This is the day that the Lord has made. We will rejoice." It's a choice. I don't know about you, but baby, I'm going to rejoice. Because why? I know God is in control. I know there's nothing that's going to happen that God don't want to happen, because God knows what needs to happen. God is trying to humble his people. God is trying to get his people back in alignment. God is trying to tear down these small g gods. But he's starting in the household of faith. He's starting with his people. He's starting with the body. Because so many has went astray. So many has started compromising. So many has started justifying. So many has started being okay with things. And God said, I got to shake some things up. Because the stuff I'm seeing, I'm not okay with it. And as a child of God, you should not be okay with it. You should not be co-signing. You got to love what he loves and hate what he hates. He hates sin, not the person, but that sin, that spirit that's in operation. Many people looking at the vessel. God is looking at the agenda. You got to get that. You got to understand that. It's nothing personal against the vessel, the individual. It's the agenda. We're done with Solomon and Gomorrah. We're done with that. We will rejoice and be glad in it. That's Psalms 118 and 24. We too can choose to find joy. It's a choice. To find joy, strength, and sanity when we accept each day's reality. You got to just wake up and say, you know what, it is what it is. You got to wake up and say, not my will, but thy will be done. You got to wake up and say, naked I came in this world, naked I'm going out of here. You got to wake up and say, God is in control of everything. You got to wake, it's a choice. Do you want to have joy and peace in the midst of everything that's going on? Because it's a choice. Or do you want to wake up and mad and angry and bitter and ready to fight and madder than a junkyard dog? And do you want to wake up every day like that? Because that's not going to change anything. That's not going to fix anything. Because when you get through, when you lay down, when you make that post, when you share that meme, he's still in office. He still has been chosen. He still has been voted in. So your mouth wears to say, not my will, not my choice, not my vote, but thy will. Thy will be done. Lord, let your will be done. But help me to get my house in order. Because you don't know when you may get that knock at the door. And it's your time to go. And you don't want to miss heaven because you have bitterness in your heart. You had unforgiveness in your heart. You had hatred in your heart. That's a sad reason to bust hell wide open. Now that's just me. Now you may think it's a good reason to go. And hey, it is what it is. If you think hating somebody is worth going to hell, then by all means, enter in. Depart. But as for me in my house, I'm going to serve the Lord. And I'm not looking for nobody to agree with me. But I got to give an account to what I allow and what I start coming into agreement with. Thank you, Holy Spirit. Coming into agreement with. I can't come into agreement with everything to hold on to your friendship, your relationship. Because the life I'm going to save, it's going to be my own. Because when I stand before him, you're not going to be standing beside me. You're not going to be able to give an account for me. So I can't worry about if you walk away. I can't worry about if you unfriend me. I can't worry about if you stop viewing me. I can't worry about if you stop supporting me. I can't worry about if you don't talk to me no more. I can't worry about that. I'm trying to make it into the kingdom. I'm trying to make sure that when I stand before him, I hear the words, well done. And I understand taking that stance, I'm going to lose some people, but that's okay. Some people going to walk away, and that's okay. Some people going to say, I don't agree with it, and that's okay. Because the life you save is going to be your own. Just don't let it be too late. God said he wished that no man perish. But he's not going to stop you from perishing if that's what your desire is. He don't mess with our choices. See, we won't be able to say because of you, this happened or that happened. You know how we like to point the finger. But he said, I'm not going to mess with that. I'm going to give you the truth, and you do what you want to do with it. It's up to you. It's up to me. It's not about, it wasn't about him. It wasn't about her. It was about the agenda. God is not going to go against his word because it wasn't popular to you. Because you're so concerned about what you think you're going to lose. What you think they're going to come and take away. God is in control of everything. Don't miss what God is doing. Because you don't understand what he's doing. Because it don't make sense what he's doing. You wouldn't have done it that way. That's why you're not God. You would have did it another way. That's why you're not God. This who you would have picked. That's why you're not God. So I understand. Many people didn't get what they wanted, who they desired. But this is crunch time. And the devil is trying to push out his agendas. So God had to do what most people think is foolish. And God is okay with that. But you will understand after a while. It will make sense after a while. And I understand those that are so mad and angry and bitter, they ain't gonna never come back and admit it. But deep down inside, they're gonna, I understand now. I get it now. It makes sense now. But the anger, the bitterness has taken over, has consumed. But God is not even concerned about that, because he knows that's all emotions and that's feeling. And he understands that, but he's still going to be God. He ain't like us. He's still going to be God. So I pray that something was said today that will cause you to say, you know what, Yolanda, you're right. I am bitter. I am mad. I'm downright angry. I'm madder than a junkyard dog. If I could have took him out, I would take him out. My advice to you is to pray. Because nothing should be worth you going to hell over, but you will go. You will make your entrance. No matter what you feel about him, or no matter what you feel about her, because some people didn't care for her. We got to be careful, because people is dropping like flies. But you may be one of those ones that you have lost sleep, you're losing hair, you're losing weight, you're just angry, you're bitter, you're mad, can't nobody hardly talk to you, you have unfriended folks, you done stopped talking to folks. That's too much control. Don't allow nothing to consume you in that capacity. That's not healthy. And from a biblical side, that's not wise. If you put God back in control, if you know that he is in control of all things and everything, you won't have to carry the weight of who's in office. You won't have to carry the concerns of who won the election. Because God is the ultimate winner. He's the head of the head. He don't have to go to nobody else. He don't have to answer to nobody. But whoever got in office had to. So who is your trust in? Someone that have to go to somebody and get permission, are the ones that hands down, that gives order, put God back in control. Release the weight of worry. Release your concern. Release that anger. Release that frustration. Get back to living. Because your worrying and your stress and that anxiety, that losing sleep, that pulling out your hair, now you're smoking more cigarettes than you was trying to stop. Those of you that have stopped smoking and now you're back to smoking, it's not that serious. It's really not. That's the trick of the enemy. Go in prayer and ask God to help you. He wants you to come to him. He wants you to release all of that to him. Now you was losing weight. Now you're sitting up and you can't let go of the Kit Kats. And you wonder why now you're gaining weight. And it's only been a couple of days. Release the weight. W-E-I-G-T. A worry. You're going to start putting on pounds because you're worried about something you cannot change. Speak life. Speak life over yourself, over your friends, over your family, over your foes, over those that gave up on you, that pushed you aside, that said that you'll never amount to anything. They said that you'll never make it out. They said that you'll never make it through. Speak life over them as well. You have nothing to lose but everything to gain. And thanks again for stopping by, for hanging in there with me. And for those that will catch the replay, I thank God for you. God is saying, He see your concern. He see your worries. He see the anxiety. He see the frustration. He's saying, release that today. Release it. Because there's nothing you're going to do by holding it. There's nothing you can change by carrying it. You don't want your body to start being afflicted because you have so much hate for an individual. Release it. Let it go. Don't allow that to rob another minute, another second. Release it. And go and rejoice. Because this is a day that you and I will never see again. Somebody didn't make it. Someone is fighting. And you woke up in good health. But you're angry. And you're mad. Because who's in office? Release it. Release that weight. Don't eat another Kit Kat. Don't eat another cake. Don't pull out another strand of hair. Don't smoke another cigarette. Don't go buy another pack. Don't post another meme. Don't make another post. Release it. And enjoy your day. God bless. Until next time.